Hello everybody, I am glad you have joined me again for Let's Learn Kikuyu with me, your teacher, MWARI MANGI. In our previous lesson, we looked at self-introduction in Kikuyu. I hope you're practicing. In our lesson today, we are going to focus on the household. Welcome aboard. All as we say in Kikuyu, nidamwamukira. Household in Kikuyu is gîkaro. Gîkaro. Another name is muciĩ. Muciĩ. And the plural is ciikaro and miciĩ. In this ciikaro, that is where you're going to find the boundary to declare the ownership. And boundary in Kikuyu is known as mũhaka. These boundaries will normally be marked by the use of a fence or a hedge, which we are going to call rũgiri. Rũgiri. Within this fence, you are going to find an entrance to make your entry into this household. That entrance in Kikuyu is known as thome. Thome. In some homes, at the entrance, you're going to find a gate, and a gate in Kikuyu is known as kĩhingo. Kĩhingo. Once you enter through the gate, then you'll find yourself outside the house. Outside is known as njaa. Njaa. Just outside the house, you are going to find a patio. A patio in Kikuyu is known as gîthaku. Gîthaku. And this is when you make your grand entry into the house, which is known as nyũmba. Nyũmba. And not to be confused with nyũmba, meaning family. And now we look at the different materials that make the house, starting with stone houses, which we call nyũmba cia mahiga. Nyũmba cia mahiga. And those made of timber, which we call nyũmba cia mbao. Nyũmba cia mbao. And those made from mud, which are known as nyũmba cia ndoro. Nyũmba cia ndoro. And those made from clay, which are known as nyũmba cia rĩũmba. Nyũmba cia rĩũmba. Others are made from brick, which we call nyũmba cia maturubarĩ. Nyũmba cia maturubarĩ. And then there are those made from iron sheet, which we call nyũmba cia mabati. Nyũmba cia mabati. To enter into these houses, then you enter through the door. The door in Kikuyu is known as mũrango. Mũrango. And another name is mũromo. Mũromo. Then we have the windows known as dirisha. Dirisha. The wall known as rũthingo. Rũthingo. And the roof, which is known as mbarita. Mbarita. And then we look at different materials that are used to make this roof. Starting with iron sheet, which we call mabati. Mabati. Grass, which we call nyeki. Nyeki. Thatch, which we call mathanjĩ. Mathanjĩ. Clay tiles, which we call maturubarĩ. Maturubarĩ. We march forward to the heart of the house where we find the kitchen. The kitchen in Kikuyu is known as riiko. Riiko. And to find out more about the things to find in the kitchen, starting with the pantry, which we call the cooker, which we call riiko rya kûihûra. And now to look at the variety of the cookers. The electric cooker, which is known as riiko rya thitima. The gas cooker, which is known as riiko rya gasi. The paraffin stove, which is known as riiko rya tofu. In some places you'll hear riiko rya maguta ma tawa. The firewood stove, which is known as riiko rya go. Out of the fire and into the cooking pot, where you're going to find the Kikuyu traditional pot, which is referred to as nyogo, while its modern counterpart is known as dhafuria. And then there are those large cooking pots that you will find full of food when people are having a feast. They are known as roreja, and they differ from the other cooking pots in depth, which is known as oriku, and length, which is known as wari. The lids to the nyogo or the furia are referred to as ikuneko, and of course it is gekuneko when it's just one, gekuneko. A pan is called rogeo, while the spoon is known as giciko for one, and when there are two or more, they are known as isiko. Fork is known as homa, and the plates are known as dhani. Cooking stick is known as mûiko. Traditional cooking stick was or is still referred to as mûndûri, which differs to the modern mûiko with the height, which we call uraihu, and its volume, which we call unene waguo. The serving spoon is known as giciko kûihûra. In the kitchen, you are also most likely to find a matchbox or a lighter, which is called kefiriti. A bowl or bowls known as bakuri. A knife, which is referred to as kahio, if it is one, and when it is two or more, they are known as knives. Thus, tohio. Thermos, which is referred to as kefoyo, and in this regard, it might be for putting sai, which is tea, kahua, which is coffee, soro, which is porridge. A cup, which is known as gîkobe, or ikobe to mean cups. Ikobe. Glass, which is known as giradi. Bottles known as sufa. Blender known as masini ya guthia irio. You might also find a dishwasher, which is known as masini ya guthabia indo. The paper towels known as maratathi ma moko. maratathi ma moko. Waste bin known as ifufa ria mairio or gîkô. Ifufa ria mairio or gîkô. And the not so much common nowadays calabash known as kûihûra. Kûihûra. And the gourd which we call njaa. Njaa. Also not to miss in the Kikuyu household is the traditional basket referred to as kiondo. Kiondo for going to the market. The firewood rack is known as itara. Itara. A furniture that is also likely to be found in the kitchen is the chair, which is known as gîte. Gîte and ite for chairs. Ite. The barbecue rack is known as rûtara. Rûtara. And here I'm also going to mention the not so much common nowadays three-legged stool, which is known as njaa. Njaa. We now move over to the sitting room. The sitting room in Kikuyu is referred to as metha-ini. Metha-ini. And here we start with the furniture, and the sofa set sets the pace, which is referred to as gîte kia fono. Gîte kia fono. And when there are many, they are referred to as ite siafono. Ite siafono. The table is metha. Metha. The television is simply known as TV. TV. The curtains are referred to as mbathia. Mbathia. Carpet is known as mûika. Mûika. Wall pictures known as mbica. Mbica. The wall clock known as thaa ya rûthingo. Thaa ya rûthingo. The wall unit or the sideboard is known as ndiroo. Ndiroo. And this is when we move over to the bedroom, which is referred to as nyûmba ya toro. Nyûmba ya toro. And nyûmba ya gûkoma is also correct. Here we start with the bed, which is known as oriri. Oriri. The mattress known as mûkodoro. Mûkodoro. Blanket known as mûrigiti. Mûrigiti. Bed sheet, which is known as suka wa oriri. Suka wa oriri. Wardrobe, which is known as kafati ya nguo. Kafati ya nguo. Lamp known as tawa. Tawa. Pillows known as muuto. Muuto. Drawers known as ndiroo ya kûgucia. Ndiroo ya kûgucia. And now we enter into the bathroom, which is referred to as bafu. Bafu. Here you find the basin known as karai. Karai. Tap known as muferethi. Muferethi. Mirror, which is gicicio. Gicicio. Towel, which is known as tauro. Tauro. Now, having looked at the inside of the house, we are going to the backyard. The backyard in Kikuyu is known as njûri. Njûri. Here you will find a pit latrine, which is known as kioro kiaja. Kioro kiaja or kioro kiairima is also correct. There could be a portion with grass, which is known as nyeki. Nyeki. A flower bed which has mahua. Mahua. Trees referred to as miti. Miti. And when it's just one, it's known as mûte. Mûte. Storage referred to as vito. Vito. In a Kikuyu traditional household, you would have found ikobe. Ikobe to mean the same as vito. There could also be a swing in the backyard, which is referred to as musuha. Musuha. Some animal structures known as siugo, when there are many, siugo, and kiugo when it's just one, kiugo. In a rural setting, then you most likely find kiara, which is the trash area, kiara. A ladder known as gadi. Gadi. And on that note, my dear listener, we have come to the end of our lesson for now. My sincere hope that you will have an easier time navigating through the Kikuyu household as we learn Kikuyu and next getting into deeper conversation in light with the self-introduction lesson we did last time. From me, it's goodbye.